Alright, I'm back with another eBay tale of woe. This one involves the Obi, which, if you may not, maybe if you've heard of it as the spine card, it's just a little piece of cardboard. It fits over the spine of whatever it belongs to. You'll see Obi for books, you'll see Obi for jewel cases. Those are really the two big ones. But this one only refers to jewel cases, so we'll just ignore books for now. An Obi for a jewel case will have, on the spine, where it actually meets the spine, it will have the title of whatever it's the case to. Like, this is the Guitar Freaks V6 Drumania V6 Blazing soundtrack, so the Obi also has that. Now, if you don't have the Obi on there, it still has the title there. This really just has sort of extra little flair, has some extra information on it. Sometimes you can see the patterns try and match up with the pattern on the back so that it sort of flows together. It really is just sort of an extra little phenomenon that they just package in there. Very Japanese thing. You'll see it in a lot of stuff in Japan. Here's a Virtua Fighter 2 Obi. This Obi has, title Virtua Fighter 2 there on the front. Especially you'll see this for all the Sega Saturn ones. And you'll see where I'm going with this for a second. Have some message about the game there. And on the back, maybe something pertaining to it. In this case, since it's a Sega game, Sega's advertising more stuff for their system, so this is the Virtua Stick advertisement there. So, I just recently have started getting into the Sega Saturn stuff. So I'm really playing catch-up. Like, I just got this Virtua Fighter 2 and Virtua Fighter Remix, and so I also bought a Virtua Fighter 1 for Saturn. And the guy advertised it as mint complete and all that, and it looked good. Looked at it. The pictures weren't that high quality. I figured, okay, well, it's got the spine card. That's cool, and, it was only a couple dollars, so whatever, it's Virtua Fighter. No one really wants this game, right? It's not that fantastic. Virtua Fighter 2 is way better. But, and then I get it, and I look on the back, and I see the spine card on the back, and here, I'll try and match it up so you can really, I can recreate the experience here. And I see that picture there of, that looks like Vegito. And that's not a good sign. Then I look on the front again, and I look at the message, and I read a little closer. It's talking about how the Z-Warriors are now in full polygon. That wasn't a good sign. Here, you can get a look at that. And then I turn it to the spine. And maybe you can read that, maybe you can't. But then there's the Bandai logo. Another not good sign. And then the title, which really just sealed the deal. Dragon Ball Z Idai Naru Dragon Ball Densets. That's not really a bad game. It's not the spine card to Virtua Fighter. I just get frustrated with this. I mean, why are you selling Japanese stuff if you can't read? You just put this here and you just assume it's the right one because you're illiterate? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. It's really not that big a deal, really. The Obi is the thing I care the least about. And especially if it's a game I don't really care about. Like, I just bought a Guro Mark the Wolves for Dreamcast, and I looked at it as saving $20 by not getting one that had the Obi. Sometimes the Obi, just having the Obi really skyrockets the value of the game, but since I only really paid $6, I don't care too much. Like, even if I get like a $3 one from Japan, it's still going to cost like maybe $12 just to ship it. So it's really not worth quibbling over. I just pretty much contacted the seller asking if, maybe, perchance, the guy had a Virtua Fighter spine card, but, that dude with the Famicom Disk System didn't have a Akuma Joe Dracula disc lying around, so I'm guessing the odds of something even more insignificant like this is just low. But yeah, eBay, it's fun, but I learned a lesson. Go to their shop and look at what they sell. If they only sell the occasional import item, then there's just a chance that there's a chance that something like this will happen. You're going to want to take a closer look. Like, on second look at the pictures, I could pretty much make out this message. If I would have read that, if I would have actually taken the time to look at that and read that and not just take it for granted, I would have probably been tipped off that that's not quite right. It was almost impossible to see Vegito in the pictures that he supplied, though. So I don't know. It would have been nice to have a spine shot of the damn thing, but usually that's when I sell things. I put the spine card on the side like that, something like that, so that way they can see that's the full spine card. It is the correct spine card. Because the easiest way to tell is just reading the damn title on the spine. But yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Fun times with eBay. Fun times had by all. But whatever. It's not as frustrating as the Famicom Disk System thing. Because at least I actually get to play Virtua Fighter. Well, maybe that is frustrating in and of its own self. But yeah, at least I have the game I paid for, even if the little peripheral on the side may not be quite right. So.